in the silhouette. It drives. It drives really, really nicely. I didn't get a chance to fix the air conditioning yet, so no shirt. Windows are open, nice and breezy. It's in the mid-80s today. Driving through some Amish country, going up to New York State, visit my folks. Round trip is about 400 miles. Yeah, so far, a couple notes of what it is like to cruise in this thing. The ergonomics. You see, I have a pillow strapped behind my head because the actual headrests in this thing are completely useless. You sit there and your head gets tired and you're like, you need a pillow to actually rest your head on this thing. It's all right, it works. In terms of on the highway, this is a giant blind spot. It's kind of annoying. If you want to merge, you have to like stick your head out and look behind because the rear HVAC system eats room, and then this window has this curve. Big blind spot for merging. A little annoying. But other than that, it cruises. I mean, the gearing on this thing is so tall that at 70 miles per hour, you're at like 2,000 RPM, maybe a little less. But in order to accelerate, you really have to mash it, and it'll downshift and it'll go. But this thing is made for the freaking interstate. Just set the cruise and relax. So yeah, it's how it's going so far. I'm interested in the fuel economy. I got a full tank in it. We've already gone about 90 miles and it's still on full, so I guess that's a good sign. It's a 20-gallon tank. You should get well over 20 miles to the gallon. And the speedometer on this thing, it really overestimates by like almost 4 to 5 miles an hour. So right now it says 55 on my phone. It says like 51. I guess just to keep you safe. But the odometer underestimates, so it almost by like 10%. So for 10 miles, it only reads 9 miles. I don't know, little quirks, but other than that, it's been driving really smoothly. And yeah, I got all my stuff in the back, brought the toolbox and the Veris just in case. Got the mountain bike. I'm gonna stop by a park, do some swimming and biking. And yeah, stay tuned for more. So in the twisties, the Silhouette is actually surprisingly fun to drive. For how floaty it is, the steering is fairly tight and it grips the road decently well. And also a nice touch is that if you keep it in drive instead of overdrive, the torque converter actually also locks up in third gear. So it's still pretty relaxed, but you got that torque on demand instead of having to floor it and make it downshift. So I like it. It's fun. So obviously its favorite spot is on the interstate. These bumpy, twisty roads, it kind of absorbs them really nicely. That's not a race car. It's swift. It's just kind of effortless. Really fun. This is what this van is made to do. 70 mile per hour speed limit. It's showing 80. We're actually going about 74. 2,000 RPM, super relaxed, all day long. Americana. The cruise control has a little quirk too. It actually, if you're going up a grade, the speed will drop. It'll drop for like 15 miles an hour and the thing won't downshift. It'll just kind of slow down a bit. You crest the hill, it'll kind of gently speed up. It's kind of a lazy cruiser. You know, just sit back, relax, and burn miles. This thing, you really feel like you're king of the road. All these little dinky crossovers. Just smoked. No effort. Alright, I just filled up the Silhouette for the first time. Didn't quite make the round trip on a full tank, but I didn't want to push it. We put in 16.1 gallons at, it's showing 330 miles, but we have to add the 10%. So plus 33, 363 divided by 16.1 is 22 and a half. Not bad. About the same as the Suzuki XL7 and about the same as the Mazda MPV. They're all in the same range, but you know, this thing has like twice the torque. So yeah, reasonable. Otherwise, no complaints. Drives awesome. All right, made it back home after the maiden voyage. Fantastic. Drives beautiful. I'd say it's ready for sale if buyers are interested. Like I said, that guy who wants to take it cross country, still have to hear back from him. Couple things that if he wants done, I'll do, but for now it's reliable and roadworthy. That's kind of where I wanted to get it. You know, it's not perfect. The air conditioner still needs work, and a couple odds and ends. Like I noticed when you're on the highway and you give it torque, it starts pulling a little bit to the left. It could be the front tires are worn out a little bit unevenly from being misaligned for a little while, so maybe a couple new tires would take care of that, but otherwise this thing is ready to burn miles. I wanted to do a quick check on the engine oil level to see if it burns any. About 600 miles on the fresh oil. Let's take a look. Alright, pull the dipstick out. It's been sitting here for a while, so should all be settled down in the crankcase. Beautiful. It's clean and it's right on the top dot. I am very impressed. Just wipe it off real quick. Double check. Perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better. So the engine is very, very healthy. Really happy about that. So the odometer, I thought it was counting a mile, like for every 10 miles you're missing one, so 10%. It could be even worse than that. On the last little stretch, I gassed up, reset the odometer, and then came here, and by Google Maps, it was 86 miles. On the odometer, it barely got to 70 miles, so 16 miles, discrepancy. What is going on with this thing? It's not consistent. So, the fuel economy could be better than 23 miles to gallon. It could be like 25. Awesome. And it could have like 250,000 miles on the clock, not 210,000. So anyways, it's roadworthy, it's ready. I guess the cluster could come out and we could look at the odometer or whatever. But I say we're good, and until the buyer gets back to me, I say we're done with this thing. I've worked on it enough. Someone has to use it now. If they want it to get it more perfect, then we'll go from there and make a couple bonus episodes. But I really appreciate everyone's support and enthusiasm on the Oldsmobile Chronicles. And yeah, stay tuned. I'll definitely keep track of this thing, where it goes, how its future life progresses. It's got plenty of life left in it. I mean, I'm just really happy that it didn't go to the crusher. Something like this runs great, doesn't burn any oil, can go cross country, no issues. What? Why would you send it to the scrapyard? I obviously took an investment of time and a few parts, but stuff like this, it still deserves to be on the road. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye. A little bonus footage also makes for a great canoe hauler. We're gonna head to the lake, enjoy the evening. What do you think of the Silhouette?
I'm thinking that this is its last trips.
Why is that?
I'm not as attached to it as you are. So.
I think the dog likes it. It kind of matches the color.
She may like it, but you're in the minority, so bye, Mr. Silhouette.
Bye. All right, have a nice evening. Bye-bye.